And we're fixing to go into Just Fishin'.
Yes.
Yes, Fishin'. Just Fishin' was a Trace Atkins song.
Yeah, it
Or artist-wise, who did you write it with?
Casey.
wrote it with Casey and Monty Criswell, and was it Trace at the time was on I can't remember the label, but
Universal South.
Universal South.
Toby Keith's label.
Toby
Show
Keith
Dog.
was a co-owner of that, and Mark Wright ran that label or whatever, and it was going to be on the album before it was on, and I was actually picking up one of my kids from school one day, and Mark Wright called me up, and he said, well, you know, I just sequenced the album, and your song ain't going to make it. I go, dang, Mark. He said, well, we'll make it the first single on the next album. And I immediately thought, let's see, I got to live through about 5 singles, and he's going to get tired of it, and it ain't going to make it. And about a year and a half, 2 years later, it actually did, and it became the single off of that next album.
Oh, it's wait, hurry up, hurry
God,
up,
it was torture, man.
agony.
And Trace kind of was on the fence about it, I think, at first, because he had done songs kind of about, you know, you're going to miss this, songs that were serious like that.
Yeah.
But
I think he likes to do honky-tonky kind of
Yeah.
stuff, too.
well, he
I
likes to
mean,
do real gyrating. Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes to do, you know, that.
But
yeah.
this thing, we were talking about a while ago about Airplay Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Yeah, this got
thing
nominated
is
for a Grammy.
Still up there.
Yeah, and got a lot of response from people, a lot of kids and their dads, girls and their dads, fishing. You know, a lot of it was from that. I mean, between Casey and Monty and I, we got, you know, 11 or 12 kids, and it's like, so we sit there and talk about them, you know, half the day. And we actually started this song talking about a boy playing catch with his dad. And then we started thinking about it, like,
It'd be
well,
catching flies if you'd went there. I'm glad you went with Just Fishing.
yeah. So we thinking, well, let's see. Tim McGraw has 3 girls. Trace Atkins has what, 5? Garth has 3. Let's just make it a girl, and whether they do the song or not, you know. I mean, it's kind of how you think when you're trying to get a cut, and so we just made it real simple like that, and that's what it was, and so I had to wait a year and a half or 2 years.
And it's amazing when you're writing a song and all those ifs and
Yeah.
that
Oh.
you think
Yes,
about
no,
trying
yes,
to
no, yes, no.
you're trying to figure out.
Well, you don't have any clues to what they're even looking for. I mean, you know, we talked
Yeah.
about that before. I mean, it's like the pitch sheet, you know. Well, we're looking for something they wouldn't write. Really? Unbelievable. Thanks for the help, you know.
If you're on the inside, I can remember back
Oh, yeah,
from several
on the
years,
inside
if you're
it's different.
kind of on the inside of something, you're either managing an artist or producing an
Yeah.
artist or something. It all just seems like it's so simple. But for independent writers
Oh,
on the
yeah.
outside, it's just,
They don't want to cut your song.
well, it's just such a, I don't know.
Most
it's just-
most of the time when the minute they say yes, their job's on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I know we probably don't even need to go there, but I know a lot of writers now, they're getting bonuses for writing stuff. They're attached to the publishing end of these big 3. Us little guys need y'all to buy albums. Go back and buy CDs. What's wrong with CDs? I know they're not making cars with CD players, but I still like CD
Well,
format.
You can go to Walmart and buy you a USB CD player cheaper than if you had it added on at the dealership.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to become those people that say we're not gonna do it like everybody else is doing it. We're gonna try to get value for the product.
I mean, I like to read who played on it and who wrote the songs and
Yeah.
you know and all that. You know, I don't know why anybody wouldn't not want to know if you love an artist or love a song, what it took to get it.
I heard Ed talk about when he made a trip over to Spain. I think it was Spain, and did a songwriting thing. And I remember when I was in Europe, They knew everybody that played on
I
everybody's
thought it was a
records.
bullfighting. I thought you.
That was fun, man. They treated me really good, man. They were just so attentive.
And they still pay attention to who does what on the records. I think for some reason in the States here, that's kind of got lost. And I think part of that might be because we used to grab those album covers and almost like reading a book.
Yeah.
You know, part of it got lost there
I
probably.
mean, when you watch a movie, you've got credits. You know, maybe we just need to put a track on there that says so and so wrote this song, and just let them listen to it. Do it audio.
Yeah, Roger
Let's
Starr
copyright
played
that.
sides to you. That is another thing that I heard in there, and I don't know whether this is one of your tricks or not, but there's something in there in between, not necessarily on any one particular cut, but in a couple of different places. And I hear something that's somewhere in between a French harp, an old squeeze box, and a.
Well, on Old Gringo, that was a
Was it a squeeze box?
no. Old Gringo was a squeeze box. Yes, it was.
Yeah. But there's a couple of other things in there you can't really kind of tell. It's almost borderline harmonica sound to it. Is that a synth kind of thing?
It is through Keyscape. I just and it could be the accordion. It's a native instrument accordion that I have.
Yeah.
I heard an accordion sound on 2 songs on the country radio today. Old Dominion, I think it's called I Was on a Boat. It's a real accordion. And then on John Party's Tequila, whatever that's, beat
Tequila
song.
Little Time.
Tequila Little Time. If you listen, there's a little accordion or something back there. I mean, he's got the horns, the mariachi horns or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, it just kind of sounds fresh that way.
Yeah. We didn't play any of Fishin', did we? Let's play just a tad, just Fishin', then we'll get to
I'm lost in her there, holding that pink riding reel, doing almost everything but sitting still, talking about her ballet shoes and her training wheels and her kittens. She thinks we're just fishing